Sure, the world must make the evening news every year, hooves drumming, dust pluming, David Attenborough practically praying in the background. Cute. But you've seen that loop 100 times. Tonight we're skipping the greatest hits reel. Instead, picture 50 lobsters holding hands, a flock of flamingos that votes with its wings, and a seal that keeps the whole Pacific in its chest pocket, ready to meet the trip's noble shore advertisers. Good. Let's roll. The underwater CONGA line. Every July the Bahamas sneaks up a couple of degrees and something clicks in a spiny lobster's brain. Time for the parade. One by one they queue, antennae hooked to the tail ahead. 50 scarlet knights tiptoeing across the sand like the world's most awkward CONGA. Scientists spent years scratching heads until they realized it's genius in disguise. The line looks like one enormous spiky creature, so predators back off. And the march ends in cooler water where the ladies can ripen eggs faster. Blink and you'll miss it. But catch the start with a dive light and the seafloor turns into a subway platform where every commuter's red, armored, and late for work. A pink cloud that never touches the ground. Jump to Kenya's Rift Valley. 2 million lesser flamingos are grazing on algae so blue-green it almost glows. No conductor. No whistle, just one sour shift in the lake's chemistry and boom. The sky erupts in Pepto-Bismol, the cloud rides thermal south. Destination wherever breakfast still tastes right. When they land on Lake Natron, it's as if someone spilled Dawn across the water. 2 days later the bloom fades and the cloud lifts again, leaderless, planless, and utterly democratic every wing-beater ballot. The seal that carries the ocean in its chest, up the California coast. Elephant seals snooze on beaches twice a year. The rest of the calendar is all open ocean. Females rack up 18,000 kilometers, males 21. Zero think LA to Tokyo and back, twice, on a single lungful of stubborn. They dive 5,000 feet where sunlight has never RSVP'd. Hunt squid in the ink black, surface for a 90-second gasp. Then drop again. Heart rate, 4 beats a minute. Blood. Practically slush. Brain. Have a sleep. Literally one hemisphere dozes while the other keeps the body on course. By the time they flop back onto shore to mold their overstuffed duffel bags carrying the entire Pacific between their ribs. The shorebird that never lands, bar-tailed godwits punched out of Alaska in late September and don't touch dirt again until Tasmania 11 days. 13,500 kilometers, non-stop. How? They cannibalize their own intestines for fuel. By day 3 their guts are walnut-sized and every spare gram has been swapped for fat. They also split their brain. One half sleeps, the other keeps the wings level. So the bird dreams and flies simultaneously. By touchdown they're half their original weight, ragged as torn paper. And too tired even to squawk, gravity must feel like betrayal after that much sky. The wolf whose map is bigger than Mongolia. Grey wolves aren't poster children from migration, yet one Mongolian male logged 7,247 kilometers in a single year, farther than most caribou manage in a lifetime. He wasn't chasing spring. He was chasing whispers of Sega antelope on winds that never blew the same way twice. Scientists call it nomadism, but it looks like pure curiosity, every paw print a question mark, every ridge a maybe. The river that swims home to die. Chinook salmon leave the Pacific tasting the water like wine snobs, until they find the exact creek they hatched in. Then they fight upstream for a week, sterling scarlet, humpbacked and battle-worn. Bears swipe, eagles dive, gravity sucks, yet the salmon press on. Because the only thing louder than death is the need to lay eggs on the gravel where life began. When the job's done, the bodies rot. Feed the forest, and close a loop older than any map. The river doesn't just take them home. It escorts them into legend. The turtle who walks an inch, Then the world. Galapagos giant tortoises look like boulders that got bored. But each wet season they mosey 10 miles downhill and 2 months later mosey right back up. 1 mile a week, browse, nap, flirt, repeat. Their brains are walnut-sized, yet they never miss a turn at a cactus they memorized decades ago. Slow, sure. Imprecise. Not a chance. It's the planet's longest migration measured in stubborn inches. If any of those trips bent your brain even a little, tap subscribe because Earth still has a million more secrets on the move. Drop a comment with the migration you'd tag along on if you could. I read every single one. Lobster congas, seal submarines, salmon last rights. These treks weren't engineered for clicks or likes. They're quiet bargains struck between instinct and horizon, written in salt, feather and bone. Next time someone brings up wildest, smile and tell them about the seal that swallowed the Pacific, or the cloud of flamingos that votes with wings instead of words. The wildest journeys aren't the loudest, they're the ones happening right now, just beyond the edge of our headlights. Like the heartbeat you forget you have until you remember you're still here.